So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Tonight or today is going to be another incredible Bashar event. Specifically today, Bashar is going to be talking about simultaneity of existence. And then the second part, which starts at 7 o'clock and includes a holotope experience, which this is the holotope right here. This is Daryl. This is the holotope.
Hard to tell the difference, I know.
And soon there will be Bashar here, sort of, right, coming through Daryl. So anyway, so this evening, the holotope experience will be focused around the concept of connecting to the oversole. I just want to let you all know that we're really excited to be back in Sedona. We love it here. In case you don't know it, Bashar's ship is about 2,500 miles above Sedona, and he's been there for quite a while, so I would imagine that that will heighten the energy of this experience. So, not sure about that, huh? Okay, so again, thank you for coming, and thank you, Daryl and Bashar, for being this incredible, magical window to other levels of ourselves and other beings and yourself. It's just an incredible, wonderful experience. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I will echo that. Thank you very much for being here today and also for having us here in Sedona. For the people that are new to Bashar, let me give a very, very brief explanation as to how this all started. About 37 years ago, I live in Los Angeles. About 37 years ago, I had two very, very close broad daylight UFO sightings. First time about 150 feet away. Second time only about 70 feet away. Both times an equilateral black triangular ship about 20, 30 feet on a side. After having seen something like that, so close, so clear, I began wanting to know more about what that was all about. So I began doing research into UFOs and other metaphysical subjects. 10 years after the UFO sightings, I was introduced to a channel who was giving seminars at the time. And after listening to the information coming through that channel for a while, I realized that regardless of whether or not this was really another entity coming through the channel, the information seemed to have the ability to help people make the kind of changes in their lives that they wanted to make. And for that reason, I realized it's really the information that's important. Eventually, that entity actually offered to teach a channeling class, and I went into it, again, not consciously thinking I was going to become a channel, but I wanted to further my research. And I wanted to understand how something like channeling could be taught, because I just thought it was something that just sort of happened to you like a bolt out of the blue. During the class, which was a series of different kinds of guided meditations and mental exercises to put you in touch with whatever level of consciousness you wanted to access, be it higher intelligence or your own higher mind or what have you, I received what I experienced to be a telepathic hit from Bashar and his people. In that 1 second, a whole bunch of information was just downloaded into me. I understood at that moment who Bashar was and who I was to him. I understood at that moment and remembered having made an agreement before this life to do this with him. I understood at that moment that the ship had been shown to me on purpose to get me to start moving in the direction I needed to move. And the question that was there from Bashar was, now you remember that it's time to begin this. Is this something you still want to do? It was offered as an option, not anything that was forced on me. And as I said, I had enough experience with channeled information at that time to know that if I continued, it wouldn't be because anyone had to believe that Bashar was really an extraterrestrial consciousness. It was really all about the idea that the information, when in a channeling state that we have the ability to access, does seem to provide other points of view, other perspectives that give us an ability to see things in different ways and make positive and constructive changes in our lives. That's the reason I do it, and I've been doing this for 27 years now, since that time. However, Bashar does present himself as an extraterrestrial being. They do have a type of physicality similar to ours. This is a telepathic connection. He's not here, he's not speaking, he's not in my body, he's sending thoughts from where he is. What the channeling class trained me to do was alter my brainwave patterns to be something to match closer to his frequency, and where he is, he does the same. Somewhere in the middle, we match and we lock, and what you're getting therefore is like a translation out of his thoughts made out of my consciousness, programmed with the language I was raised to understand, which is English. I've actually seen Bashar come through a couple of other people from time to time to get them ready to channel other beings. He kind of acted as a sort of a jump start for them. I've seen him come through a Japanese woman. Believe me, that was a very strange experience for me, because it came out in Japanese, it was coming through a woman, but the personality was distinctly Bashar. The word Bashar is not his name. They're telepathic in their society as he's explained it. They don't need names. He knew we needed to call him something. It's based somewhat on my background. I'm half Arabic, and so for some reason that word came up. I don't speak Arabic. I had no idea what the word was. I actually thought it was his name. Many years later, somebody who does speak Arabic came up to me and told me that what the word Bashar means is messenger, or bringer of good news in Arabic. So even though it's not his name, it seems appropriate to what he's doing. When I go into the altered state, I'm having kind of a daydream experience. I know there's something going on, but I don't really hear the words. If you were having a very deep daydream and somebody walked in the room and called your name, you probably wouldn't hear them for the first 2 or 3 times. It's kind of like that. The words are so far away, they might as well be in another building somewhere. I'm having my own experience of energy and feelings and pictures and abstract concepts being downloaded into me in the way I need it, but I don't really have a recollection of whatever it is he talks to you about directly. And when I come out of it at the end, I'm more balanced, I'm more energized. It's literally like waking from a nap, but it fades like a dream, and I really have no strong recollection of exactly what happened, except whatever it is I retain for myself. But it's a very positive and balancing experience for me, just to let you know a little bit about what's going on this side of the window. I sort of liken it sometimes to the idea that when we're in our normal waking state, we're the one driving our car. When I let Bashar through, I slide over to the passenger seat and let him take the wheel. I can look out the window, I can kind of look at other things. I don't have to look at the road anymore. He's doing that. So that's why when I come back, I don't really know how we got where we got, because I wasn't paying attention to the road, but I have my own experience of looking out the window. When you do get a chance, if you do get a chance to talk to him, if you're not familiar with him, you'll see that he's very direct, he's very blunt. But he's also very playful, so please have fun with him. Just talk to him like you would talk to a friend. If you have a question that you want to ask him, please don't be hesitant just because you're in a group. If you're willing to talk about it in a group, then by all means understand that Bashar will probably turn it into something, even if it's a personal question, that will benefit the group. So please don't be shy. If it's important to you, then by all means go ahead and ask it. And I think that's about all I really need to say at the moment, except the more fun you have with him, the more fun he'll have with you. So I want to thank you all again for being here, and I'm going to say bye-bye.